Hi guys, my name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel. It is day 12 of VEDA, video every day in April. Still haven't figured out where my sanity went and still not certain that there was much to begin with, and so here we are. Today's video is characters who have been sorted into House Hufflepuff. So, just like with yesterday, I picked 5 characters who I think would have been sorted into House Slytherin. Today, we're going to do House Hufflepuff. Now, House Hufflepuff is known for dedication, hard work, loyalty, did I forget one? And patience. Patience. That already, I don't think I would be a good Hufflepuff if patience was the only, I'd be screwed. Let's see. So, let's just get started. Child, my brain, Jesus, I came straight from work. Hopefully over the weekend I get a chance to pre-film, so I'm not trying to rush home and do these every day. It eats up so much time when I just want to read and write. Just Jesus take the wheel. First up, I have Aniska from Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I don't know that I said her name properly. Uprooted is this subverted kind of fairy tale in which they set it up to make it look like this dragon is kind of coming down and taking one of the women from the surrounding villages every 10 years when it's really a wizard who goes by the moniker the dragon, and he's not doing anything untoward, not eating these women, not, you know, sleeping with them, molesting them, harming them in any way except for with his bad attitude. He is just merely taking them into his company for 10 years, either because he has to, he wants to, or some kind of combination of both. And they go with him to live in this tower until it's time to switch out for the next girl. Now, in this one, we kind of in the beginning feel like another girl is going to be picked, and this girl is Aniska's best friend. Aniska is not happy with this, and whereas most people would kind of pull away from that person knowing that they weren't going to be around for 10 years and they were going to be so changed at the end of those 10 years that they wouldn't stay around anyway once they were free to, she still wholeheartedly like gives everything to a relationship and a friendship with this girl despite all of that. She shows no interest in, you know, furthering her own anything. All she does is kind of hope and pray and wish and find a way to get her friend out of this situation. And then later on, when it is not her friend but her in the situation, instead of using that in the beginning to make herself more powerful, smart, wise, anything, she's just kind of like, I miss my friends, I want to be with my people, like, I'm glad it's not my best friend, but like, shit, why did it have to be me? Like, everything that I know of her character is just like dedication and loyalty to the people that are important to her. And then once she does have to start putting in work, like, that focus is kind of split. She still is wanting to be loyal to, you know, her village, her family, her friends, but she also does what needs to be done. First Hufflepuff. Next up, I have Severo. You cannot tell me that Severo from the Red Rising series is not a freaking Hufflepuff. He is the most loyal character in any book I think I have ever read. It does not matter what Darrow the Doofus does, Severo has backdoor. Always. Darrow could probably slap Severo's mama and he'd be like, well, never mind, considering who his mama is. Wait, not going there. Anyway, there is very little that Darrow could probably do to piss off Severo to the point where he's not going to have his back. Even if Darrow does something everybody knows stupid, he's like, but I mean, I'm your friend though, so like, I can't let you be a dumbass by yourself. Whereas I would have been like, man, you on your own, bitch. There are several times where Severo sacrifices himself, or nearly sacrifices himself, puts himself in harm's way, and does any and everything he can to help Darrow further his goal. It is insane how loyal and how dedicated to both Darrow and the cause Severo is in this book. And if you have not read this book, Severo is like the main reason most people love this series. Like, fuck Darrow, who's the main character. Like, Severo is everything. Trust me. Trust me. He is snarky, foul-mouthed, badass, but also like a cuddly puppy that's like biting you all the time. That made sense in my head. Just go with it. Next up, I have Curran from the Kate Daniels series. Curran is the Beast Lord. He is the leader of all of the shifters in Atlanta. 1,500 some odd, or is it 15,000? 1,500, one of those shifters, and he is the alpha over all of them. The alpha over all of the clans, the alpha over all of the alphas. He is the big dog on top. Curran has put himself in this position to, yes, to help himself later on, but he has put himself in this position to make a better way for the family that he doesn't even have yet. He has worked his way to the top, doing all kind of things he hates, dealing with all kind of political shit he doesn't like to do, being democratic, being all of these things, whatever it is that the people need him to be, just so he has a safe place for his future family to grow up. He has put in all of this work over the course of years to ensure that will happen. That's where the hard work comes in. That's where the dedication comes in. But not only that, Curran is super, super loyal, and he demands that loyalty of everybody that surrounds him. We see in a point later on in the series where when he gets sick, the pack kind of betrays him, and that hurts worse than anything else they could have done. He can deal with their infighting, he can deal with their stupid shit, he could even deal with them deciding he is not a fit ruler, if that's what it came down to. But in the way they betrayed him, after all of the work and dedication, after all of the years that he has given to him, all the things that he has sacrificed for their better good, that is like the blow to where he's just like, fuck all of y'all. So, believe it or not, Curran, the love interest from the Kate Daniels series, is a Hufflepuff. I'm standing my ground on that one. I feel that wholeheartedly. I feel that wholeheartedly. Ciao. This is one of my favorite series for those of you who do not know. It is an urban fantasy series set in this world where magic and electricity kind of go in waves. When the magic works, electricity doesn't. When the electricity's back, the power doesn't work, and it just is a world where there is a whole lot of foolish and fuckery. It is, because it's urban fantasy set in kind of present day, maybe 5 minutes into the future kind of a setting in Atlanta, and it's just very cool to see how this world is changed with the addition of magic and all the creatures that come forth. It has a very unique take on shifters and how lycanthropy is passed on to others, which is not just lycanthropy because it's not just wolves, but it also has a unique take on vampires, a unique take on the magic system. Like, I love this series. But yes, Curran is a Hufflepuff. If somebody would have told me that like off rip, I'd be like, a Hufflepuff? Well, yeah. Like, it would have taken me a second, but like the second I thought about it, I'm like, oh hell yes, that is definitely Curran. Fourth, I have Acheron, or Ash, from the Dark Hunter series. This is another urban fantasy series, but this one is more paranormal, set in an urban fantasy setting. So, paranormal romance, I mean. So, this series is like 30 some odd books long at this point. Each book has a different couple in it. And then like halfway down that line, we finally got Ash's story. Ash is the leader of the Dark Hunters, which is this vampire-esque kind of band of warriors that are all ancient as fuck. Some are not as ancient, like some were cowboys in their human lives, but most of them are ancient as fuck, and their job is to more or less protect the human race. Now, Ash being the leader of the Dark Hunters, he is pretty badass, but he is another super, super loyal character. One of the main things that we see that does not change from book to book to book to book to book to book is the sacrifices that Ash makes for his Dark Hunters, for each and every one of them. For the ones he loves, for the ones he likes, for the ones he can't fucking stand. That loyalty never fucking wavers. Ash will do any and everything for these people and their loved ones, even if it means literal skin off his back. Like, there are no limits to what this man will do for other people, for barely borderline strangers. He is always putting all of himself on the line. Whew. He is also constantly working so that it stays that way. So he is the one that always has to do that, and not his beloved Dark Hunters. This series also has a lot of pantheons in it. So there are characters from the Greek pantheons, Sumerian pantheons, Roman generals, and Greek and Roman goddesses and gods, and it's just a whole lot. but the series is so good. Except for maybe the last couple books. I haven't read the very last one, but like the 3 before that were kind of iffy. But like the first 30, like if you can keep it going for 30 books, and it took me until like book 36 to be like, wait a minute, Heffa, hold up. Like, this is a series I think is definitely worth your time. Don't be afraid about how many books they are. Like I said, they're paranormal romance. It does have an overarching kind of a like big bad in the background. It's constantly stirring shit up, and then later on we get another big bad. But it is, again, individual romance stories, so you're not going too wild. If you go out of order, you'll miss some stuff later on in the series. You'll start to get confused, but please, if you like paranormal romance, urban fantasy, and you have not picked up Sherilyn Kenyon's Dark Hunter series, baby, ooh, please do so when you can. Please, 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 please. I can't speak English. Please. And then the last Hufflepuff on my list, believe it or not, is Dean Winchester from the Supernatural TV show. Okay, so while Dean is very brave, he is also very ambitious, and he could be probably, I think he would be in any house except for Ravenclaw. It's not that I think he's not, doesn't embody any of the Ravenclaw aspects, but I think he would definitely Gryffindor and Slytherin more so than Ravenclaw. But for the top of all that, the thing that fits Dean the most is his unwavering loyalty and dedication. He is another character that is always busting his ass for his brother. He is constantly needs to have people surrounding him, whether or not it's his brother or other loved ones, when he and his brother have to part ways for a little bit for the sake of his brother. Actually, he still like needs like his own pack. He needs people to defend, to be there for, to love, and to be around him. And how many times over the course of these seasons has this man gone to hell for his brother, literally and figuratively, traded places in the apocalypse for the sake of his brother, like sacrificed himself for his brother, died for his brother over and over again. Like, there is no more loyal character. Once Dean Winchester loves you, that's pretty much it. Like, he will move heaven and earth, hell, the underworld, kill who and whatever needs to be killed in order to save you, and he will not give up. It doesn't even matter if you try to sacrifice yourself for him. He is going to undo that sacrifice so that he is the one that has to pay the price and not you. Love me some Dean Winchester. Love, 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 love me some Dean Winchester. So that is it. Those are the characters who I think would make awesome Hufflepuffs for their loyalty, for their dedication, for their hard work. I don't think any of them are patient, but those other 3 things, they all got. That is it for this video, guys. It was a short one today, but thank you so much for watching. I think tomorrow I will do House Ravenclaw, so keep an eye out for that. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.